Hey guys, welcome back to the Perspective Gist podcast. My name is Mona and my co-host with me is
I'm Jojo.
So today we're going to be talking about housewife versus career woman. So we need to look at the perception and some of the things that people have been misunderstanding about these two categories of people. Jojo, so usually you not always like coming back to you. I always like coming back to you. So what I'm going to ask you now is if you would have to choose between being a housewife and a career woman, what would you choose to be?
Well, I love to choose both.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay, we're saying between one to the other one. So choose one.
I can't choose one. I love
Why
to choose both.
Okay,
Because
why?
being a housewife, I wouldn't want to be a housewife. Yes, if I have to be a housewife, I would love to have something doing just to support my husband.
Since that's your own choice, I would like to see your own reason for that. And when I say reason for that is, how do you define a career woman in your own understanding, and how do you define a housewife? Yes.
Okay, being a career woman is being a woman that is devoted to pursuing a professional career,
Okay.
while being a housewife, managing the affairs of your home, doing your household chores, and all of that. I wouldn't want to choose between both of them. I would.
You rather become both.
Yes.
I love the fact that you said this. It's giving me a very open ground for me to come in. So now, how do you intend to manage both? Because in my own term of what a career woman is, like you said, it's a professional part. And why chasing a professional part, you should understand the fact that you're earning. And this earning that you're making is not something that you're doing it off an entrepreneurship situation or you're making money. It's like someone is paying you for the work you're doing.
Yeah, and it depends on the kind of work I am doing.
What professional work?
If I become a housewife, I can do other business that will make me to have time for both my home and for my career.
So now, if you're doing other business, I'm not going to call that a sort of career thing. That's
a career?
entrepreneurship.
Of course, it's also a career.
That's entrepreneurship. Based on your definition of a career woman, it's a professional thing. And when we come to professional thing, you're earning from it, and you're earning either a salary from it or wages from it. Someone is paying you for it. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So my own view is, I think what you say you want to be is you want to be a housewife who has an entrepreneurship sort of thing there for her, so she'll be able to provide for her family. Is that what you're saying? I don't want to be the one to put words in your mouth. So that's why I'm asking you, is that what you're saying? So you can correct me.
You could be a career woman in different way.
Okay, expatiate it, like broaden it for me, please. How? What
You
way?
could be a career woman in different way. Either
Okay.
becoming as maybe a content creator, businesswoman, or something that you can do at home while earning money. So you have some people that are into forests. I don't know
Forest
if
trading, yeah.
forest trading. You don't have to get an office for you to earn money from that. You can do that at home. I don't know if I'm right. I don't have much idea about that, but I know people that are into it and they're making money.
Okay.
And I know people that are doing business at home and they're earning money and they're running their home and also making money also.
Someone who is a doctor, okay? You don't own the hospital.
Of course.
You're working in the hospital. You're being paid good because
Yeah.
you're good in what you do.
Yeah.
So will I call her a sort of housewife? Because if you notice, people who are into medicine, who are doctors, there are times where you have a situation where a doctor is being called somewhere, whatever he's doing at that moment. The moment there's a case to be, he's out and he's going there. Whatever it is he's doing, because someone's life is on the line for that thing.
If you say so, okay. So what if that person, okay, you're being people are depending on you to carry out some sort of operation in the hospital, right? Because the person is a doctor. What if the person is not around?
You've not seen where they will call doctors.
Of course,
even
I've
fly
seen.
them
That
to
is
come
why
to
you have.
Even doctors don't even. Some of them don't even have holidays because while they're having holidays,
And,
they are being called.
Okay, let me come in from there. You have for a woman, you should know the kind of area you should engage yourself as a doctor. When you know that you have a home to run, there are some areas you need to look at. If I engage myself in this area, will it affect my home or not?
You cannot apparently just divine.
Because being a doctor, you have different doctors. You have surgeon, you have midwifery, and you have etc. etc.
So now every subfield under the medicine or nursery or nursing or whatever subfield are under it, definitely those fields are important. That is why they are there. And you can't tell me, oh, because I'm in a midwife, I'm going to have a lower chances of being working more than someone who is a surgeon. Or just because I'm a nurse, I'm going to have a lower profession. Like I'm going to have a lower job doing than someone who is into something else. So what I am trying to make you see or make you view out is you can't be a career woman and a housewife at the same time. That's what I'm trying to explain. When you're a career woman, you're either working under someone, you're earning a wage or a salary. You're earning from something. So now, at that moment that you're earning, you can't say, oh, I'm earning, and then because you have to be at home at a certain time, you need to make sure that your working hours is completed because they depend on your earning.
It's completed.
Yes.
Does that mean you're going to be at work the whole day?
That's why I said working hour. You have
That's
a
why I'm
working
saying
hour.
you can balance
Now wait,
both
let
together.
me be done. Let me be done. Okay. So now when you say someone is a career woman, so career women are orientated to making sure they are being excellent in what they are doing.
Sure.
I'm a career woman. I need to be at the top of what I am doing. I need to make sure like what I'm earning is coming in for me. Now, why I said that again is because once you're a housewife, being a housewife, where I agree with you is you can be a housewife and you can self-develop yourself. You can decide, oh, I need to take in some other things to do for me to bring in money. And now the advantage a housewife have over a career woman is she can decide for herself that today I don't want to go to work, or today I don't want to do this, or today I don't want to do that. I want to stay home to take care of my family. But a career woman barely have that opportunity to make that decision out of nowhere. It takes maybe an office holiday or some sort of like I need to take my time off this, or a leave, like a leave or something for her to be like, okay, I have this time. Some women or some people who are career-oriented people, they go out and they come home late. Now imagine a situation where it's the husband and wife that are into a career path. And now the husband is out, wife is out. That whole working hours where both of them are not at home, who is looking after the children? And that is why I say you can't be a career woman and be a housewife. At the same time, you need to be a housewife and then probably self-develop yourself to do a certain trading thing or something to bring in money. Now, in a time where you want to be an entrepreneur, you can be an entrepreneur in your house, somewhere else, or somewhere you know your kids can even come there to come and see you or to be with you. I hope you understand. I've been saying more, so I want to like say something. I hope you understand why.
I was saying something before you said I should stop. That you have something to talk about.
I'm sorry. I said so. I just wanted to explain that way.
You know, we have different professionals.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Do you want to say that someone that is running maybe a salon is not a career woman? someone that owns a salon, different
Yes.
salon and all of that, do you want to say the person is not a career woman?
No, I'm not going to call that a career woman. That's an entrepreneur. It's something she developed. She's running it. She's an entrepreneur.
Okay. This entrepreneur of a thing,
Yes.
can you please throw more light? Because is there any difference between becoming an entrepreneur and being a career woman?
Yes, that's a difference.
It's a two different thing, right?
Yeah, it's a two different thing in the way I say it. They sound similar, but they are different. They sound similar, but they are different. So now the reason why they sound similar is because it takes part of your time. It takes part of your time for you to be there to make it work.
So what
You asked me, I'm not done.
Yeah, I want to.
I'm not done.
You're not done.
No, because
I want to have a knowledge of what entrepreneurship is about, and you have given me a little idea.
Okay.
So being a career woman, that means you must be fully devoted.
Fully devoted into it. Thank you. I hope that's yeah. You're fully devoted into that thing, and you don't have a certain say sometimes because it's when you're needed, you're there. But when it's something that belongs to you, if I own a business of my own and I'm not employing anybody, like I'm not being employed by someone, whenever I feel like closing my shop, I will close it as long as it requires me to be there for my family. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying when you're a career woman, you might not have time for your family. But there are some certain...
no, you might not have time because what you're going to prioritize at that moment is your work.
Your work.
Not your family.
Yes. We've seen stories, even movies, they make movies out of these things where both parents are very busy, they don't have time for their kids, and then something else is, it's happening. Most of these things, if you're just you and your husband, sometimes it might be a little bit, not really challenging. Maybe the husband is understanding about the situation. I mean, both of you are trying to build up together. Mm-hmm. But the moment kids start coming into this story, it becomes a bigger or larger challenge. Someone have to be at home. And we're in a society where things are messed up. Children go out there, they are seeing things, they are hearing things. And I can see my own friends having a well cared for family, and I go home, my mom, my dad, they're nowhere to be found. I hope you understand that type of situation. Yeah. So I understand it's where I see movies and kids are like, you're not there for me. And you're telling me like, I provide for you this. Yeah, you provide for me, but sometimes I need you as a person to be there for me. So that's why being a career woman can sometimes limit the time you have with your family. Yeah. And some women are too over career oriented because of pressure from society.
And I don't think you can be married and also at the same time be a career woman. I think being a career woman it is best when you're single.
When you're single, yes.
Because if you end up getting married to a man who will not give you the chance to be so devoted to your work than running your home affairs, you might end up having problem in your home.
Yeah.
It's either you choose your career or your home. So which would you?
And the reason why I feel like women have been given this mindset for this career thing is because we've gotten to a society where mothers are now telling their kids that you have to make a career out of yourself. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, please. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But mothers are growing their daughters to believe like you have to make a career out of yourself so that your husband will not mess with you. I guess that is the part that is wrong. You don't tell your kids that to get a career just so they don't be with a husband who downgrade them or look down upon them. I don't think it's even right to give that sort of mentality.
It's not a right or a good advice.
It's not a good advice
from parents
to say
children.
That.
Yes.
It's best to tell them get a career for yourself to self-develop yourself and help your family.
Yeah,
so they know. So they have the idea that I'm a career woman, but my family comes first.
Yes,
my family comes first. I need to care for my family first before any other thing. I don't have to be all like, oh, my career is this, my career is that. The moment your husband is now trying to like bring your attention into some things that are not being implemented in the home as a wife, you are not thinking like, oh, he's jealous of me because I'm earning money more than him. It's the cases like that. Oh, he's jealous of me because I'm doing better than he is. And that's because of the mentality that they've been groomed with to believe. But if we've been groomed with the mentality of be a career woman so that you can support your family, I believe women will not have this mentality of trying to just be better for the sake of being better for themselves and not just the family.
And also, the reason why some people decide to become a career minded is because of what they see happening. For instance, you see two couples. You see couple maybe at the end, at the long run, you see the man maybe passes away.
Yes,
and the woman will be like, had I known I had something doing, maybe I wouldn't have feel the way I am feeling now. Now that I've lost my husband, I would have been there to support my children, and all of that. I believe these are some of the reasons why
people pursue and for reasons like that, I like to be very experimental, and I like to say something and try and bring in a solution to it. If you're a woman, and part of this can be your fear, I believe being a housewife, or let's say if you're a housewife, not everybody have this what of those who are already housewives? If you're a housewife and your husband is giving you certain amount of money, try to be a budget maker. You're a housewife so that you can create budget for the family, so that you can make sure that there's a stability in the home. You don't want your husband coming and there's no stability. So now try to make a situation where you are saving. It might not be much, but save. And not just save. Like I said again, self-development matters. There are people there's a lady around my street. She sells this ebe. She sells ebe. Okay. So now, if it's just that, like this is her house, this is where she's selling the ebe. I'm not saying like, oh, her husband is not supporting her, so, but she's a housewife. She cares for the family in her own way. And then she's also bringing in financial support. She can still be there for her home while still making that ebe and earning money from it. That is just an example. There are people who even open big shops, and once their kids are back from school, they come to the shop to stay in the shop with their mom with their mom to see how things are going. So from there, everybody, they go home together. Mommy do some little cooking, or if there's something in the fridge, she does it. Daddy comes home, eats. How's family? How was work? How was business? This, that. That it sounds loving, it sounds exciting, it sounds like a dream come true. But not everyone can settle for that type of standard of living. I don't know if you understand. Like every woman is different. But even no matter how standard you want your life to be, I feel like you need to at least keep out something as a side hustle for yourself as a woman.
It's very
important.
You don't have to depend on your husband for everything. Even if your husband is like Dangote. But as a wise woman, even if you're a housewife, you should have something doing aside. Have a big shop, as you said before.
Yeah.
Can do some business. Have a shop where you have some stuff that you are selling. But in case you don't know what will happen.
Yeah, and there are women who have become like big time entrepreneur women from these things that they sell. Women who are now very recognizable in the society because of what they do. People now know them, they recognize them for that thing. There's this lady in the Gambia. She has a shop at Tabakoto that's around Bruce.
She has these
salon, makeup. She sells clothes, all those things. She's married now too.
Yeah, I one time she had issue with the husband. I think
the first husband. Then they had a little bit of
misunderstanding.
But now she's okay. She's married again. So she's married again now, and she has kid with that guy with her previous kids. And she has shops everywhere. Her husband is well-to-do to even begin with.
Even the one she divorced.
Yeah, they're well-to-do. They're well-to-do. But she also developed herself as a woman. And the way I see it, she's someone who is there for her kids because she's always about her kids on social media. And even her husband, she promotes her husband's business online, telling people, because she has so many followers on TikTok and the like. So she also like talk about her husband's business so that he bring in more customer, and she has her own business going on for her. You see, like, okay, this one, she's into entrepreneurship as a businesswoman, and she's doing well even in her family as well.
One of the reasons why she had issue, I believe, I heard from rumors that she wasn't doing her responsibility as a wife. Because of that, she started having issue with her in-law. And one thing or the other just came in. And it also depends on where in the family you are.
The family you are being in, you're in rather.
Yes. Maybe the present husband does not see any issue about her being so devoted to her wifely activities or not. I don't know. Maybe the man she's married to is a white or an
He's
African.
a white.
So African people don't have time for that.
White people, you mean?
Yeah, white people. But African, they take that.
We African, we're all about the culture. We're all about being a woman, because we've seen our mothers. We see what our mothers do when they are home.
Yeah, they don't joke. They don't joke with house choice.
We don't joke with it. So I guess that's the thing again that matters. But when it comes to this particular topic that we're talking about, I mean, being a housewife and career woman, both of them is a choice.
Yes, of course.
They are both a choice. Like, you can choose to be a career woman and you can know how to manage your home, or you can choose to be a housewife and know how to manage your home. It's just the two things. Because mostly the misconception people bring into a career woman is, oh, you're able to support your family financially. Why is your paycheck tied to your what as a wife? It should not be so. Should we now say, oh, paycheck is now more worth than upbringing of the children? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I believe that's one of the misconceptions people have when they talk about, oh, being a career woman or being a housewife. They think the only thing you have to contribute as a career woman is your the financial part of it. It should not be so. It should be like, fine, you can be a career woman, but like you said, it's going to be very hard to manage.
Yes, to manage.
It takes a husband who is maybe in a way whereby both of you can have this sort of like, okay, let's do this thing. And it's hard now bringing in strangers into the home, because families sometimes, they have their own things to deal with as well.
Yeah.
Their own stuff to deal with.
Being a career woman, it takes a lot of sacrifices, and then it's risky.
It's risky.
Because you might end up losing your husband. People, we have people that have, their homes have been damaged as a result of all these.
Of career. Mm-hmm.
Yes. You've heard of women saying that I took this housemaid to be working at my house, and at the end, she turned around to take my husband. And all of that. And you remember the last time we talked about having to be concerned in your children's...
the sex education.
Yeah, education. You see, sometimes you see strangers come to your home, to your house, or maybe your relatives,
or even neighbors.
Mm-hmm. They can even come to your house. You are not at home all the time. So what about your children? It's risky. They can start teaching them some things that you can never be aware.
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't have much time for your kids. You don't have much time for your home. You don't have much time to know what is happening in your home. All you think of how to make money and all of that. I
mean, like I say again, I like to broaden things more, because while you were talking, I had the thought of someone thinking like, I'm a career woman because I have my external family that I need to take care of as well. Mm-hmm. Because talk about women who are the firstborn in their family, they have younger siblings. They might have the thought of, I need to be a career woman so I'll be able to earn more money to take care of my external family and my children as well. Yeah, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like, people are there who are career women because of that, because of the responsibility, and I feel like it's a pressure. that responsibility and that pressure that's upon you as the first child to always make sure like you need to be on top there to provide for you, to support your siblings.
But you shouldn't risk that at your own detriment, because now you're married. There's supposed to be a difference. You either choose to be a career woman that will support your siblings and lose your home, or be a housewife and be an entrepreneur, as you've said earlier.
Exactly.
So the little you can earn from that, from becoming an entrepreneur, you can use it to support your siblings, the little.
Yeah.
So why would you want to risk? Why would you want to risk yourself? Yes. Back to your question.
Yes.
That
what was my question?
You asked if I would, which
okay, would I be a housewife or a career woman?
I think I would prefer to become a housewife. Yes, because becoming a housewife will make me to engage myself in doing other things, like becoming a businesswoman, content creator, and all of that, and supporting my husband. As long as I know that my husband is having a good job, and the money he can use whatsoever he's earning to take care of us.
Yes,
I can always be there to help him in some
certain part.
Yes,
and I like to emphasize more on that because I'm a sort of person like I was saying during the sex education topic. I love when I'm being involved in the life of my child or anyone younger than me. I love that mentality of I want to be consigned. I want to know what's going on with you. That's me. So definitely I want to see myself being a housewife. And like you said, a housewife who is doing something. I'm not depreciating career women out there. They are the reason why we have women who are into fields, who are representing us right now, because I think tomorrow is Women's Day. So they are the ones who are putting women at that STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics thing. So I'm not depreciating them, their efforts in what they are doing, trying to bring in career women into career paths. I'm just saying this thing is a personal choice. It's how you feel like your bed is going to be comfortable for you. Yes. That's how you will lay on it. Like arrange your bed the way to be comfortable for you. In my own way, my bed is comfortable for me as a housewife and doing a side thing.
Seriously.
I mean, I don't mind being a career woman when I'm not
to become a career woman, my dear.
When
I've
I'm not married, honestly, a lot of stories, and it's too.
And I'm that type of.
It's too scary.
Lady that I wouldn't want to see my husband with.
I would not even want to see a maid messing up with my kid. Like my children they're like. I feel like the value we put into our kids is what shape our, how will I put it, our society. The value we put into our children, that's what shape our society. We've heard stories of people who have been traumatized based on the family or how their upbringing had been. Most of the time, it's the upbringing that really matters. So that's why I really want to be someone who is part of those that can at least produce a child that can bring in a good value into the society. That way, my kid as well, we have that same mentality to continue that circle. And that's the thing. I mean, be a career woman, good, but don't do it at the expense of your family. Yeah. That's why your family comes first before your career. And that's some things that some women don't see sometimes. They try to get blinded by the ego of thinking like, no, my husband don't want what's best for me. He's just all over my business. He's jealous of my business. You try to just pretend a thing. So, like I asked again, my question is like the same way I asked the viewers is your paycheck, is it what? Is your paycheck worth it? Can you place that paycheck on the worth of a woman's value into the family? I asked again, your paycheck, is it worth your value as a woman in your family? And can you put in the weight of your paycheck against the weight of the upbringing of your child. The moment you start weighing them, which one is taking the highest weight? That is when you start realizing where you are missing it as a married person. So, you just went off.
I'm just enjoying. I'm enjoying listening to you.
Oh, I hope everyone feels that way. So, you can, if you have any more suggestion, any more stories, or anything, any more points you feel like we could have addressed, please make sure you put it on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, and as well share it as well. My name is Mona and my co-host was
Jojo.
Thank you guys very much. Take care.